Hey guys, John from the John Muir Show here, and we've gotten word that Wisconsin's Democrat Governor Tony Evers has sent a letter to President Donald Trump. And in said letter, Governor Evers is reportedly encouraging the president to end the trade wars with China and other countries around the world. And Governor Evers in this letter reportedly cited that Wisconsin farmers are suffering because of these trade wars that are ongoing. Now, for Governor Evers, first of all, I'd like to say President Trump, he's not placing tariffs on other countries. We're not advocating for tariffs to be placed on other countries because we think it's fun, because this is just something we're doing for a game. No, there's a reason that we're doing it. Look, you don't want to go to war, for example. It's costly. You end up having to spend a lot of human resources, a lot of financial resources. But if another country attacks you, well, then you have no choice but to go to war. And it's the same thing here. Look, these other countries, quote unquote, friend and foe alike, they have been treating the United States of America horribly on trade for the longest time, and it's really been harmful to a lot of U.S. industries who have experienced a lot of hardship when they've tried to deal in markets abroad. So what President Trump is doing here, it's not out of fun, it's out of necessity. And look, we've had weak leadership of both parties that have gotten us to this point. The failed leadership of Barack Obama, the failed leadership of George W. Bush. I mean, it's both parties, but failed leadership that did not stand up for U.S. industry got us to this point where the United States of America and its industries have been taken advantage of by so many countries throughout the world for years on end now. And that's just what all these other countries have become accustomed to, is that, yeah, we can take advantage of the United States. We can take advantage of their farmers. We can take advantage of their manufacturers. So President Trump, the strong leader that he is, had to send a message to these countries and say, look, okay, I get that you were ripping this country off for the longest time, but no more, it stops here. And so these countries knew that they had to take President Trump and the United States seriously. Yeah, Trump had to send a strong message, which in many cases was levying tariffs on these other countries. But the tariffs were never meant to be a long-term mechanism. It was always meant to be a short-term mechanism just to get these countries to the negotiating table. And in several cases, it's already been successful. You have had countries come to the table understanding that, okay, we need to rework our trade deals, and these need to be deals that are mutually beneficial, not just beneficial for the country dealing with the United States. I mean, take a look at Mexico and Canada, for example. President Trump successfully got those countries to the negotiating table, and he was able to get a replacement to the disastrous NAFTA deal agreed to with the new USMCA. And if Governor Evers is so concerned about the well-being of Wisconsin farmers, well, maybe Governor Evers should do his homework a little bit more, because that new USMCA deal that President Trump has successfully negotiated for the United States, it will do terrific things for Wisconsin farmers. Wisconsin farmers who have long experienced hardships in trying to deal in Canada, yet this USMCA makes things a lot better for those Wisconsin farmers when dealing with Canada. But why is it that the USMCA has not been finalized and put in place yet? Oh yeah, it's because the Democrat-controlled House of Representatives in Washington, D.C. refuses to sign off on the USMCA, clearly doing so because they're hell-bent on ensuring that President Trump does not get any more victories for the United States of America leading up to his re-election bid in November of 2020. The Democrat-led Congress is ensuring that they put opposing President Trump and opposing his re-election bid ahead of what is best for our shared country, the United States of America, including what is best for our Wisconsin farmers, Governor Evers. So if you want to blame anyone for the suffering of Wisconsin farmers, blame your fellow Democrats in Washington, D.C., because they are the problem. And that's all the time that we have for today, but tune into the John Muir Show each and every weekday, 8:40 a.m. on WTAQ, 9 a.m. WSAU and WHBL. Till next time, I'm out.